Welcome to Reality and Chill with Nishi
And
and
Kenny,
how you going, Kenny?
I'm going good. Miami's hot, hot, hot.
I know Miami is hot. Episode 4, Real Housewives of Miami. I am liking it. You know what? There's so many characters and people in Miami. I feel like there's just so much to talk about all the time.
Yeah, it's always chockers, isn't there? With
Yeah.
characters as strong as Marysol and Kiki, and it's just a lot of strong Larsa. Like these are strong, independent, cool chicks. I really dig Miami.
I know, and it's one of the ones that franchises where the friends of have almost as strong a storyline as the actual
Marysol
main.
should be the main. I feel like Marysol truly is one of the main characters.
I
I don't know.
don't understand why
I feel
she's
like
not.
she's dropped off when her mum died or something. I don't understand what happened there, but yeah.
I don't get it either. I wonder if it's a her decision because I feel like if she wanted to be a main housewife, she would. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Maybe she
makes
doesn't want the
sense.
storyline like to because when you're a friend of, you don't have to have them in your house all the time and all of that sort of stuff. You can just attend the events. So she probably likes that.
Yeah,
That's
there's nothing wrong with that. Who wouldn't want to be a friend of? It's
I
perfect.
think that's a sweet spot. It's like even I don't know if you've been watching Atlanta. Cynthia talks about being happy about being a friend of. She's like, it's
I
actually
have
the
been watching Atlanta. You know what? So we were sort of saying how we're a bit disappointed with this season, but then when Phaedra came back, the whole thing changed, and
we
it's taken off. I love it now.
should we. I was thinking, just side note, should we do an episode on like the whole season of
Yeah,
Atlanta?
I
'Cause
think
it's
that's a good
coming in.
idea. I think that's a really good idea because it was been, like I say, it was just so flat initially, but now I've been laughing out loud. I love how these women do their business. It's just too fun. It really
There's
is funny. And
a
Phaedra, I love her so much. I love that freaking frack is back on. I love it.
yeah, we have to break it down. We'll break down the whole season, which kind of works out nicely, I reckon.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Good one. All right. So Miami. Oh,
So I just
okay.
want to say, like, opening
Go on.
this episode was Julia doing the opera singing, and I'm really grateful that we didn't have to listen to her singing like later in the episode. I wasn't sure if it was setting up for like a really awkward opera singing moment, but I'm grateful to say it's not. I can't believe she's still at it. It's hilarious. She clearly doesn't have any talent. Am I wrong?
I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's still opera singing."
Right? You felt the same way? I'm like, so
No,
funny.
absolutely. And then she was crying during the opera singing, and it turned into a therapy session. I was like, "Oh my god, this poor guy, this poor guy doesn't know what he signed up for."
And was that her redemption arc after being so poorly treating Guerdy that she thought, I know what I'll do. I'll do an opera singing. Like, I'll do a scene opera singing and then
Probably.
having a therapy session with my. It was just kind of a confusing scene.
I know it was. It's just a little side thing, I guess, that she's doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look, she obviously feels guilty. She was so out of line with the whole thing with
As she
Guerdy.
should do. She should absolutely feel guilty. What I didn't like about it, though, excuse me, what I didn't like about it is her trying to say that Guerdy was poking her. And I really don't think Guerdy was.
No, for the one time, I don't. Yeah, for the first time, I don't think Gertie was poking. Oh, actually, I didn't think she was like she was saying a couple of
She's
things.
always yappy. That's just
Yeah,
Guerdy though. But
that's
I don't
Gertie.
think but she was doing that in response, right? I don't think
Yes,
Guerdy started it
I don't
either.
think she started it. I definitely, and I'm usually not a fan of Gertie, so I wouldn't say that and defend her. But yes, she. I don't think she started it, and I think. I mean, really, Julia just had way too many drinks, and I feel like she's just gotten really cocky now that she hangs out with Alexia and Marysol.
There is no doubt about it, right? And it's becoming really clear. So then she's had to create a false narrative around the fact that Guerdy poked her for her to even live comfortably in her own skin. Um, Julia's gone downhill for me a lot. And like I say, it's the influence of the popular girls. And I feel like the popular girls know it as well. It's kind of weird how that can shift and change.
I know. And you know what? They didn't defend Gertie enough as well, right? Like in that situation, that's where I agree with Gertie's husband. So how did not one person stand up and say,
That's
guys,
not
like
okay.
that is not okay. Put her back in line. Like like just she should have been taken out. And this is where I agree with Gertie. You know, Kiki was taking Gertie out because to try and diffuse the situation.
Mm.
Someone should have been taking Julia out and being like, nah, you're out of line. That was so wrong of you to treat Guerdy like that.
Yeah, that's true.
She should have been walked out straight away, but she wasn't. Everyone was just going, oh my gosh, what's happening?
It's interesting
Um,
because you see they're all got their own lives going on, all kind of with their own, like with Kiki finding out that she's got a brother, dealing with her father, and yeah, some of them like, but yeah, with Gertie, she goes so over the top. Sometimes it's harder to hold a place in your heart for her because of the way she then sort of explains herself. But I definitely have a place in my heart for her at the moment. I really do. I think Gertie, that was really bad that went on. But I just think sometimes her style means that people stop listening or caring.
well, this is the thing. When she was retelling the story to her husband, I couldn't help but cringe because I just feel like she's so dramatic, and it's just she really, I know it was sad and I get it, but I feel like she really over dramatizes her response, and it's just like
Like she plays to her, like
she-
it's like you don't actually
yeah,
need to play to this. It's
no,
already horrible. You could just state the facts and people get it. But yeah,
yeah.
this kind of really over the top, it's just annoying. Yeah.
Like she's just like really and I'm just sitting there going, wait, what are we watching here? Like it's, but that is
Yeah.
her. This is why you're right, people don't warm to her because of this. It's hard to
Yeah,
watch.
it's true.
I mean, but straight out, like Julia was, and Julia knows that. This is why she's talking about it, feels so bad. And when you can see when she's talking to Martina, she's like, I feel so bad. I ruined the engagement party, wedding party, whatever it was. Because she knows she was
But
wrong.
that's it. She feels, and who did she apologize to? Marysol for ruining the party, not to Gertie, who she drank, like, threw the drink on.
Yeah. Well, she did
Oh,
didn't
she
she
did send
send
a
a message?
text. Yeah.
And then Guerdy just didn't respond, which I mean,
Mm.
fair enough. Um, yeah, I've also I don't know how I feel about Julia anymore. She's kind of lost a bit of respect from me as well.
Yeah, it's a bummer, isn't it, when it's such a down to earth girl that I loved. I've loved her for so many seasons, but yeah, there's a massive fall of grace this season. It's unfortunate. She was used to be a very nice person. I don't know what's happened to her.
It's got into her head. She's
It's
in the
got into
cool
her
girl
head.
clique,
Yeah.
and yeah, and what she will realize, because I feel like she would actually sit back and reflect, and she's got a beautiful partner who will help her do that as well, right? I
Yeah.
think what the audience really loved and connected with her about was her being real and down to earth. Being a farm girl, she's relatable, like
Yeah.
in that
Yeah,
sense.
very much so. And she's
She's
kind
not
of
real,
kooky and funny.
and she's kooky and funny and all that and quirky, and that's what everyone loved about it. And I think she's going to
Yes.
realize that the hard way, because now we don't see any of that. All we see is
No,
mean girl
that's right. Yeah,
behavior.
no, we're not liking you because you're popular.
No,
Do you know what I mean? Like we're actually liking
exactly.
you because of your authentic self, and like,
Authenticity,
yeah,
and we don't see that now, and it's more
no,
fake. Like she
no,
looks, you can even tell
exactly.
by the way she's dressing a lot more clean and smarter. She hasn't got the quirky fun look as much anymore. I don't know if you know, she's got like that white suit look, and it looks really pretty, but it's more like, I don't know, she's a part of
Mm,
that group. I don't know,
right.
you get what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
And
because
she
she used
looks
to wear more
amazing.
pastels, right, back in the day. Now
Yeah, and
she's
even
going to
when,
more like neutrals.
yeah, and her makeup
Classic
and
sign. Yeah.
yeah, and her makeup and hair is done a lot more. It's not as like wavy and sort of out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. True.
So yeah, she's not her authentic self. And the audience sniffs that and picks it up straight
We
away,
can
and they
sniff
don't
a
like
rat.
it.
It's so
um
low tolerance. It's really interesting to see. Like we sniff it straight away. It doesn't take long for us to go, something's not gelling. This is not who you've been. What's
I,
going on? Like it's amazing how quickly we pick up on it. It
I
really is.
know.
It's so cool.
The cameras don't lie. Like we see everything. Like, this is like we see how you move, we see the mannerisms, we see who you're
Yeah.
messing with. Like, I don't know.
We feel the energy. We know what's
We
going
feel
on. We can tell. So I
it.
really love the Kiki talking to her dad. Did you enjoy that scene?
Yeah, I did. I find it so interesting when you see like more family members, because it really shows how
Oh,
they've grown up and
it's
stuff, right?
huge.
And just
To
that
be
five,
kicked out at 15? Oh,
oh, how sad. Like she's been through it, hey. She's
right?
come out on the top. Like she's come out really strong.
Yeah.
Kudos to her, like, supermodel and all of that sort of stuff. But mate, Also, I have a lot of respect for her for even working on this relationship with her father and saying, you
I
know what,
agree.
I want my kids to have a relationship with their grandfather, even though he has not made an effort.
Even though
Um,
he hasn't been the bigger person, I now will. Yeah, it's just amazing. She's incredible. But also, you can see the culture in Haiti.
mm,
Is that how you say
yeah.
it?
Haiti,
Haiti?
Haiti,
Haiti.
yeah,
The culture in Haiti that, hey, look, regardless of what the father does, you need to be the bigger person. Like it's on the woman to be the bigger
yeah,
person, the
that's
daughter
crazy.
to be the big person, the son to be the bigger person. Like there's not much, it doesn't seem like emphasis on the masculine to grow the hell up and be a better human.
Yeah, and
Like
lead
just
and be a father
culturally.
and like, yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? And
Yeah.
like, you just straight away, he's like, I love how she goes, you have to stay here. And he's like, no, I have to go back. She's like, what, for all your girlfriends? And he's like, oh, no, just one girlfriend. But I have a baby with her. She's got a
Yeah.
little boy.
Isn't it a
And then,
3-year-old? What was
and
it?
then, yeah. And then she finds out she's got a 3-year-old brother. What?
So loose. So loose.
It's wild.
And
This
then she's talking
young,
to her son in the back going, so
her
what do you
daughter, yeah.
think about playing with your uncle?
And she goes, "Oh my god!" You can just tell her verbalizing that.
She's
She's
so
a kidder
fun.
and gone, "This is not normal. Like this is wild." I mean, he's got so many. He must have so many kids, and yeah, he doesn't have a relationship with the older son.
But this is the
Kiki's.
thing, we've got to know Kiki not from her being dramatic around other people making it about her, right? So much has gone on for Kiki, and you've never seen her being like stealing a scene or pushing herself forward. We've got to know her on a natural kind of way. And I think that's
Mm,
what's frustrating sometimes, like with Lisa, then talking about her dad's death and passing, but having to make the whole scene about her and what she's going through. It's very frustrating when, again, like I said, she could have left the fashion zone to go and spend that time with her father. She chose not to. But now we're going to hear about your father again, yet again, this episode.
yeah,
Kind of
it's that
triggered.
victim. You're right. You know what? Kiki doesn't play victim when
She does not.
really a lot of the stuff that she's done, she could. Sorry,
She
a lot of the stuff
she's
she's been through.
way more valid. She's actually got a. But the thing is, that's the thing. She doesn't. She has too much integrity, personal integrity, to use that as a. Oh, I'm going to try and use this to get more attention in a scene. Like I've gone through something. She doesn't do that. Yeah, it really showed you the difference in terms of maturity and just quality of humour between Lisa and Kiki. I reckon this episode, it was so crystal clear to me. I was just like, wow.
Wow, what a take. I love that take because I didn't pick up on that, but
Mm,
you're so right. Like, she's not been at home since what got kicked out when she was 15, had to do her own modeling career and, drive that, and has become successful. Is now a single mum. Isn't she a single
mm.
mum? Like, she's a single
Yeah,
mum. I don't know if any of the dads are
yeah,
any
she's a
single.
single mum. Yep.
Yeah, like, that's full
Yeah,
on.
doing it doesn't have like generational wealth or anything behind her. Then she's got her own kind of family
Mm.
dynamics playing in the background, and
But
she never makes it about her. Never.
she's supporting her mum as well, it sounds like, I
Yep.
think. Yeah, and the family and all of that sort of stuff. Wow, she's got a lot on her shoulders. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
she does.
and she does it with class and grace, and she
She's
looks
a
good
very
doing it,
classy
tell you
woman.
what.
I love Kiki. I love her.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
We
Lisa,
have to
Lisa.
talk about Stephanie. I
Stephanie,
love her.
I love her as well. I think she's so different. I don't know, she's got her own quirks. Man, she's rich, hey? She's rich, rich,
Well,
like I
'cause
like to say.
there's Miami. We've always said like this is like a real kind of a certain sexy, clinging,
Yeah,
showing a lot of skin. She is not that. She's got
she's
this different
not.
vibe, like extreme wealth, more Chanel. She's wearing like the hand gloves and
Yeah,
stuff. It almost reminds me of a mix of it, like Atlanta, some of their fashions sometimes with the gloves or whatever, like
the
old
prep look.
style,
Yeah, yes.
like with
Um,
Phaedra's kind of mums or whatever. Yeah, interesting. And
that
then yeah, so
conservative.
it's a different kind of like a going back to like the 1940s or whatever with her look. I don't know if it would change, but this particular episode was so fun. I loved her. I loved
Yes.
her.
I really liked her as well. I think she's a force to be reckoned with. She's a little pocket rocket. She looks so tiny. I was
Yeah.
like, you can tell she's
Pocket
so
rocket
tiny.
is that's a perfect explanation. I like that. Stephanie the pocket rocket.
Yeah, I mean, I love that she works so hard, but you know what she comes across, even in the first episode, I guess, very authentic. I actually liked hearing her talk to the girls about her coming from nothing. Her family had nothing, and they came with like just whatever their clothes were on their back. But then second of all, she grew up in a farm, and she's like, yeah, I grew up in a farm. I know how to like check the eggs from da 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 da. Last and that didn't know that. They're like, oh, she doesn't like animals. She wouldn't be into the farm thing.
Yeah,
Straight away, she was like, yeah, I love farms. I want to come to your farm. I was like, yeah, that's so cool.
it was so great. I really liked it as well. Yeah, I think I think she's going to be great because I don't think she's somebody that wants to be in with the cool girls, or I think she's going to be her own person. So even though she's
Yeah.
come in with her friendship with Larsa, they seem like quite opposites. And I like when I say opposites, not opposites, but I don't see her just staying with Larsa. You know what I mean? I can
No,
see her. She's just a very strong woman. She's going to very quickly find her own feet.
I agree.
Yeah. And she's going to be a force to be reckoned with, like, straight away. It's going to be really fun, actually.
Yeah, she's not going to put up with crap. She's going to say
Her
it
and
how it
Alexia
is.
will, I guarantee her and Alexia are going to clash within the next 2 to 3 episodes, like a proper argument clash, because Alexia is kind of like the top dog in this
Yep.
group, like without it. And she's not going to tolerate that stuff. She's not into that, I don't think.
Mm.
I love throwing this stuff out there. That's my
Well,
theory.
I remember seeing a trailer of her. I think it must have been the first trailer, but she was fighting with someone, and I can't remember who it was. Do you know who it was when
I
you
haven't
saw
seen the
snippets?
trailer, so I'll have to go back and watch.
I swear it
Um,
might have been Alexia. I
Oh
swear.
my god! So okay, so either one that was already in the back of my head, so it was there unconsciously. But the reason why I said it, so it is possible, right? But I just don't remember it. But the reason why I said it is because I was just looking at the concept between having a top dog and then somebody that refuses to play ball, and then the top dog
Mm.
will set it up a challenge, and if she doesn't roll over, it has to go into a fight. It's just like animal dynamics.
Oh my gosh, yeah, so true. And she's not gonna roll over.
She's not
This
going to
girl
roll
ain't
over.
rolling over, man. She is not rolling.
There's no way. So therefore, it's inedible that this will have to take place. Like there's no avoiding it. So that's why I said it. But yeah, it is possible. It's in the
Okay, I
back of my
love your
mind.
logic.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Yeah, cool
yeah,
read. I like that. I mean,
yeah,
look, she's definitely the shiny new toy. You can see that Julia is already up her ass. She's
yeah.
like,
Big time.
right? I was like, oh gosh. I mean, I can tell that they obviously got along, but seriously, Adriana said it as well. Adriana's like, oh, shiny new toy. You like the shiny new toy? I'm like,
Did you pick
um,
up on the fact that I think it was Alexia saying that Adriana's partner, it was a fake? Like, I don't know if it was Alexia. I'm just trying to remember who said it, but I picked it up and I was like,
I
I
didn't.
knew they were fake. But
You
yeah.
yeah, you called that in what the first couple of episodes of
I feel like she, and I don't know if it is or not, and they're just throwing it as a like jab, but I do think it. Yeah,
I actually wouldn't be surprised. You're so right.
would not
I
be
mean I
surprised.
wouldn't have called that, but yeah, good call. I didn't
Yeah,
hear Alexia say that. Interesting. That's funny. How funny actually was it when Alexia Adriana was very sweet to throw the baby shower out. You can tell she has a lot of love for Julia still. I thought it was really cool. But then her giving like this full speech and then Alexia saying, can I say something and grabbing the mic? And then she's like, I just wanted to say all this stuff. And then Adriana grabs the mic. She's like, I've known her for longer. You know, what did Alexia say?
see
Oh, I've
what I
known her
mean?
for like
It is a
3 years.
struggle for position in the group. It always was that is the issue, and is because
Mm.
Julia is now friends with them. So why did Alexia have to do that to try and rub it back in? It's so dumb. Just let let her have a moment to throw the party. It's so silly.
I know. And she's just like, I hope you have a really good. I like that they were a bit playful with it though. She was like, I hope you
Yes,
enjoy.
I agree. Yeah, it
It
was
didn't
cute.
get too catty. But it was very bridesmaids. It's like in that bridesmaids movie. That's so funny. Um, actually, just on Alexia, um, she's extending the divorce with Todd for extra 3 months.
Oh,
It's so hard to watch. Like, and actually, she didn't rock up to that happy hour, and then they were like she's with Todd. She's with Todd. She made up something, which whatever. It is what it is. But I just
It's so sad to see a breakdown of relationship. I mean, the thing is, that is going to end, right? So all the telltale signs are there. I think there's a time where a relationship can get better, but I don't think this one can. And so the reason it's so sad is because every single time she has to go through the cycle of hope to then the reality of the situation and then just feeling so shit about everything, trying to move on with life, and then I'm gonna go back and repeat the whole pattern yet again. And I don't know how many times she's gonna go around that wheel before she eventually splits. But it has to end. Like there is no positive outcome in this
no,
now. What do you think?
there's too many red flags. Like there is nothing good about this guy. I think he just strings her along for
Mm.
whatever. And I mean, it's not a good fit. I don't think he doesn't bring out the best in her. And you hear it from Marysol, and that's always my gauge. You know, Marysol going, she's just a ball of stress. She's a ball of anxiety. That's not your man. Like that's not your partner in
That's
life.
not love. That's not
That's
love.
not love. You know, why is he bringing so much stress on you? And like also she's got the boys, like the dynamic there is off whack. I just don't trust him, and I just think it's so sad that he still sort of drags her back in. And when she's on Watch What Happens Live, when was the last time she was on? I don't know, but they were together, so they're still together,
Mm.
or they're on and off, but they're they haven't broken it off properly.
Yeah.
So I mean, and God knows how long it's been since then. So I don't know. I feel like it seems like she just can't muster up the strength with this one to like really walk away. Sad. Sad. She deserves better. She's like, this hot bombshell. She's been through so much. She deserves a good guy to. But like, yeah. Anyway, it's really hard to watch. Gosh, Marysol, poor Marysol, sitting there watching it all unfold as well. Um, and Lassa and Lisa. They have that sort of, thing in the end where this whole Lassa and Lisa thing comes back out again. Um, Go on. I love how Lisa defends him. She's like, I love Jodie's eyes. It's one of the things that I like about it. Yeah. I know. Lassa's really sort of uncovered this. I think she was on a mission to rip Jodie down, but we are actually seeing a lot more. At first, I was confused. I was like, wait, so did he do it or didn't he do it? But yeah, clearly she's trying to cover it up. Like Lisa's trying to cover that up. Um, and Lassa will go to lengths to prove herself. Like, that's why she called this guy. She built this storyline. I think she's sort of like really, created this storyline against Jodie for the whole season now, and it's not looking good for Lisa and Jodie. I think so. I think I agree with you that Lisa did love Lisa, and I think she deeply cares about her. I just think also that she is hurt, and because she's hurt, she wants to hurt him. Um, hurt people and all that. But at the end of the day, I think she probably also doesn't think that he is good for her. And I mean, she called the whole social climber thing, and you know what? We're seeing that more and more. So when Lisa actually says to Steph, "Oh, what did she say at the lunch?" She's like, I saw that, you have the private jets and the yachts, and I want to be friends with people that have private jets or yachts or something to that effect. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cringeworthy. Who says that? Who thinks that, first of all, just because you have a private jet, I want to be friends with you? And then who says it? No. Yeah. That is so true. I mean, and then Steph straight away going, because obviously there would be so many people. But how many people want to, when you're in that position where you do have private jets and yachts or whatever it is, you're going on yachts, uh, people, how do you know who's actually authentically wanting to be your friend? Clearly, Lisa is one of those people that's not authentic. Yeah, gross. I was just like, wow, Lassa is right. They are social climbers. They just want to be around the biggest party. Oh, Jodie. Which is fine. This is a thing, like, be your authentic self. It's okay to be a little bit thick and, all of that sort of stuff. Lean into it. It's fun. You're funny. Like, she's sweet. She can be sweet when she wants to be, but she just needs to be real. Like, you know, yeah, for something so trivial, like, own it and move on. Like, this was all about some Instagram posts and hanging out for dinner. Like, that's all it was about. The Bad move. I mean, like, who's in Lisa's corner now? Marysol really is really close with her, but yeah, I don't know. It was, yeah, that, yeah, fall from grace. Like, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Lisa. And then she storms out because she's really upset about the whole dad situation. Which, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Did we talk about that? Her, yeah, yeah, that's right. Mm, yeah. Good point. But look, you know what? We've got the new girl now, Steph. She's gonna add some fun and flavor to the mix, I think. Watch this space. Yeah, she's gonna make it nice and spicy, I think. It's so fun. I know. It's very different to what we've seen on Miami. Like, I don't think there's anyone like, yeah. Same, watch this space. Well, I think we wrap it up there. Fun. Okay, have a good one.